Hey there, Tad Hargrave from Marketing for Hippies here with a little video about something that I see happen a lot in business where people get very stuck and feel sort of immobilized, and this is a potential solution to that. So the other day I was having a little chat with one of my clients who's in my mentorship program, which is 12 entrepreneurs, and we meet once a week diving deep into their marketing, and she was feeling really stuck around rewriting a sales letter. And I don't know if you ever get to that point, you've just written it so many times, you go back to look at it and you know you've got to redo it for something coming up, but you're just like, or maybe it's your website or a brochure, but it's like it's unimaginable. You can't do it. You try to sit down and look at it, but your eyes glaze over and you can't seem to get into it. So she was in that place, and so let me pause that story. Second story, my friend Laura popped by the other day to my place, just texted me and said, "Hey, are you in the neighborhood?" I said, "Yeah." She came by, picked me up, and we went down the street, the street here, and or we went to actually sort of the alley behind my house. Anyways, that street down there's a one-way street, and she turned the wrong way on the one-way street, and I saw it happening, and I let it happen because it was kind of funny. And then, stepped on a leaf. So then I commented on that. And then she was like, well, I'll just turn down the street. But that street was a one-way street coming towards us. So she realized she was going to have to make a U-turn. And she said, well, I'm just going to whip a shitty. I don't know if this is a Edmonton phrase, a Canadian phrase, North American. But whip a shitty means do a U-turn. So, but it also sounds like a good thing to say when you're stuck. Sometimes you just got to whip a shitty, meaning you just got to whip out a shitty version of something. So with my colleague who was, her client rather, who was struggling with her sales letter, I just said, yeah, just do a shitty version of it. Like, don't try to make it perfect. So here's a whole other way to look at this, is people are they get stuck because they're trying to write their final draft the first go, and that's just impossible. They're trying to make it perfect right out of the gate, and it's much better to do a rough draft first. Sometimes people go, I sat down to email my clients, I couldn't figure out what to do, what to write, and it's like, yeah, because you're probably trying to make it again a perfect email the first time. If you just write a first draft and say, well, let me get on the basic ideas, I'll come back to it tomorrow. When you come back tomorrow, you're probably going to be a little fresher, you have more ideas, be able to make it better. And if you let yourself go at it over a few days, start with just a real rough draft, just the basic ideas. Every day when you come back to it, you're not starting from zero. So I just said to her, yeah, with this sales letter, take what you've got, put in whatever improvements you can see, send it to me, and I'll take a look at it. So she did, so I'm going to take a look at it today. So I just recommend this. If you're feeling stuck, check in with yourself. The reason you're feeling stuck is because you're trying to make it too perfect right away. You're trying to just hit a home run. Sometimes you just got to bunt. Sometimes you got to hit and just not a home run. You just got to get on base. Home runs are pretty rare. Sometimes you just got to whip a shitty.